Have you ever wondered if you're making mistakes that could be ruining your life as you get older? Wisdom doesn't always come with age, and there are certain mistakes that, if you don't avoid them, can lead you to a life full of regrets. Today, we're going to unveil the 11 mistakes that could be holding back your happiness and well-being in old age. If you want to make sure you live your best years to the fullest, don't miss a single minute of this video. Let's get started. As we age, it's natural to become comfortable in our routines and ways of thinking. After all, we've spent decades building our lives on certain beliefs, habits, and perspectives. However, resisting change can be one of the biggest mistakes we make in old age. Life is constantly evolving, and refusing to adapt to new ideas and experiences can lead to both mental and emotional stagnation. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that, at a certain age, we've seen everything, learned everything, and that there's nothing new under the sun. But that mindset closes doors to opportunities that could enrich our lives in unimaginable ways. Flexibility not only refers to the willingness to learn new technologies or adopt new habits, but also to the ability to accept and adapt to inevitable changes in our personal circumstances. As we age, we may face loss, changes in health, or the need to depend on others. Responding to these challenges with an open mind and a positive attitude can make the difference between a life full of frustrations and a life full of growth and inner peace. Staying open to change also allows us to stay connected with younger generations, understand their perspectives, and enjoy richer and more meaningful communication with them. Resistance to change often arises from fear, a fear of the unknown, of losing control, or of stepping out of our comfort zone. But it is important to remember that change also brings with it the opportunity to rediscover ourselves, to reinvent ourselves, and to continue growing. A person who remains open and flexible can find new passions, develop new skills, and keep their mind sharp and curious. In fact, learning and continuous adaptation have been associated with greater longevity and a better quality of life in old age. So instead of seeing change as a threat, we should see it as an opportunity to live more fully. In addition, resisting change can lead to isolation. If we refuse to adapt to new forms of communication, such as technology, or if we reject new ideas simply because they are different from what we have always known, we may find ourselves increasingly disconnected from our surroundings. At a time when the world is advancing at a rapid pace, flexibility becomes an essential tool to keep us integrated into society and our personal relationships. In short, embracing change doesn't mean giving up our identity or our deepest beliefs, but expanding to include new perspectives that can enrich our lives in unexpected ways. As we move through life, it's common for once strong social connections to begin to weaken. Friends and family may move, priorities change, or we are simply at a stage where it is more difficult to make new friends. However, social isolation can be one of the most damaging mistakes we make in old age. Human connection is critical to our mental and emotional health, and when we withdraw from the social world, the consequences can be profound. Social isolation not only deprives us of companionship and emotional support, but it also makes us more vulnerable to depression, anxiety, and other mental health issues that can intensify with age. A lack of social interaction affects our perception of the world and our ability to cope with life's challenges. When we're isolated, it's easy to fall into negative thought patterns, believing that we're alone in our struggles and that no one understands what we're going through. This type of thinking can lead to a downward spiral, where loneliness fuels sadness, and sadness leads us to isolate ourselves even more. Additionally, a lack of social interaction can cause us to lose perspective and a sense of purpose, which is essential for staying mentally agile and emotionally balanced. Maintaining social connections doesn't necessarily mean having a hectic social life or being surrounded by a lot of people. Often, a few deep, meaningful relationships are enough to provide us with the emotional support we need. These social bonds act as a safety net, bringing us comfort in difficult times and joy in times of celebration. Regular interactions with others also offer us the opportunity to share our experiences, learn from the experiences of others, and keep our minds active through shared conversations and activities. In addition, these connections remind us that we are part of a larger community, something that can be especially comforting in old age. Social isolation not only affects our mental health, but it also has a direct impact on our physical health. Numerous studies have shown that socially isolated people are at a higher risk of developing conditions such as heart disease, hypertension, and cognitive decline. Chronic loneliness can trigger stress responses in the body, which can weaken our immune system and increase our susceptibility to disease. On the other hand, people who maintain healthy social relationships tend to have greater longevity and a better quality of life. The simple act of being in the company of others can reduce stress levels and improve our overall well-being. It's important to recognize that while maintaining social connections may take effort, especially as we age, the benefits far outweigh the challenges. Whether it's through regular gatherings with friends and family, participating in community activities, or even connecting with others through digital means, every interaction counts. In addition, social support not only benefits those who receive it, but also those who provide it. Helping others, whether by offering a listening ear or actively participating in the lives of our loved ones, can give us a renewed sense of purpose and personal fulfillment. Ultimately, human life is, at its core, a life of relationships. Our connections with others define us, nurture us, and give us the impetus to face each new day with hope and resilience. To isolate oneself socially is to deprive oneself of one of the richest sources of happiness and well-being that we have at our disposal. By recognizing the importance of social relationships and making a conscious effort to maintain them, we can avoid isolation and live a fuller, more fulfilling life, no matter our age. Holding on to the past is a mistake that many make, especially as they age. Over the years, we have accumulated a vast collection of memories, experiences, and accomplishments that, at the time, defined our lives. It's natural to look back with nostalgia, reliving moments of glory, love, or joy. However, when the past becomes the sole frame of reference for our current lives, we risk becoming trapped in a kind of emotional and mental stagnation. Living anchored to the past prevents us from fully enjoying the present and planning for a future that is equally meaningful and rewarding. The world continues to turn, change, and evolve, and if we cling to what was, we deprive ourselves of the opportunity to grow, learn, and adapt to the new realities that are presented to us. One of the dangers of living in the past is that it distorts our perception of the present. Memories, while precious, are not always accurate. Over time, we tend to idealize certain moments and minimize or exaggerate others, creating a narrative that may not be completely true to reality. This idealization can lead us to constantly compare the present with a past that, in our minds, seems unattainably better. This comparison makes us feel that our current lives are less fulfilling or less valuable, leading to dissatisfaction and discontent. By clinging to the past, we also run the risk of ignoring the opportunities and blessings that the present offers us, living in a constant state of longing for what is no longer. Also, when we focus too much on the past, we lose the ability to dream about the future. The future is where the potential, possibilities, and promises of what we can achieve or experience reside. However, if our mind is trapped in what was, we find it hard to imagine what could be. We get stuck in a comfort zone built by past memories and experiences, which prevents us from taking risks or embarking on new adventures. Planning for the future requires an open mind and a willingness to let go of the past, accepting that, although it was significant, it is not the only chapter of our life. It is only one part of a story in continuous development, a story that still has many pages to write. Attachment to the past can also have a negative impact on our personal relationships. When we hold on to old hurts, resentments, or even old loves, we find it difficult to build new connections or deepen the ones we already have. The past can act as an invisible barrier that prevents us from fully opening up to others, keeping us trapped in a cycle of thoughts and emotions that belong to another time. Forgiving and letting go of the past does not mean forgetting what happened, but freeing oneself from the weight that those memories impose on us. By doing so, we can approach others with a more open heart and mind, allowing us to enjoy healthier and more meaningful relationships in the present. It is important to recognize that the past has its place in our lives. It is the foundation on which we have built our identity and our experiences. However, it should not be the only axis on which our existence revolves. Life is a constant stream of moments that become memories, and if we hold on too tightly to what has already happened, we miss out on the richness of the present moment and the promises of the future. The key is to find a balance, to honor the past, but not to allow it to consume us. By learning from our past experiences and carrying those lessons into the present, we can live with more wisdom, but with an open mind and heart to what is yet to come. Clinging to the past is a trap that prevents us from living fully and authentically. The present is where life actually happens, where decisions are made, new connections are formed, and true joy is experienced. And the future, although uncertain, is a blank canvas full of possibilities. By letting go of the past, we are not giving up on what we have been, but we are giving ourselves permission to continue evolving, to continue our search for purpose and happiness. It's only by accepting that the past is only one part of our history that we can truly move forward and make the most of each new day that life throws at us. Neglecting physical health is a mistake that becomes increasingly costly as we age. During our youth, the body is more resilient, able to recover quickly from most abuse or neglect. However, over the years, the body changes, and with it, the need to take proper care of it becomes crucial. Ignoring the importance of exercise, a balanced diet, and regular medical checkups can have serious consequences, affecting not only quality of life, but also longevity. Aging is a natural process that cannot be stopped, but the decisions we make regarding our health can determine whether this process occurs in a healthy way or becomes a stage of decline and disease. Exercise is one of the fundamental pillars of a healthy life, regardless of age. As we age, muscles tend to weaken, bones can become more fragile, and mobility is impaired. Regular physical activity helps counteract these effects, maintaining muscle strength, bone density, and flexibility. Even a moderate exercise routine, such as walking, swimming, or yoga, can make a big difference in our ability to perform daily activities and maintain independence. In addition, regular exercise has been shown to have significant mental health benefits, helping to combat depression, anxiety, and stress, which are common problems in adulthood. Ignoring the need to stay physically active can lead to a decrease in quality of life and increase the risk of falls, fractures, and other complications that could have been avoided with a more active lifestyle. Food is another critical aspect that should not be underestimated. Over time, metabolism changes, and the body may become less efficient at absorbing essential nutrients. Maintaining a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats is vital to sustaining energy, maintaining a healthy weight, and preventing chronic diseases such as diabetes, heart disease, and certain cancers. In addition, proper nutrition plays an important role in brain health, helping to protect against cognitive decline and dementia. Unfortunately, many people fall into the trap of fast or processed foods, which can be convenient but lack the nutrients needed to maintain health in old age. This dietary neglect can have devastating consequences, accumulating over time and manifesting itself in increased susceptibility to disease, loss of vitality, and premature aging. Regular medical checkups are the third fundamental piece in maintaining physical health. As we age, the likelihood of developing medical conditions that don't always have early symptoms, such as hypertension, high cholesterol, or cancer, increases. Regular doctor visits allow for early detection and timely treatment of these diseases, which can make the difference between a long, healthy life or a life plagued by medical complications. Preventive medicine, including vaccinations, screenings, and lifestyle counseling, is a powerful tool for staying in control of your health. Ignoring these checkups out of fear, laziness, or simply lack of habit can result in the silent progression of diseases that could have been controlled or even prevented. It is also important to recognize that physical health is not only about avoiding diseases, but about improving the quality of life as a whole. A healthy body allows us to more fully enjoy the activities we love, maintain our independence, and remain active and productive in our community. The energy and vitality that come from a well-cared-for body are reflected in our mood, our ability to handle stress, and our willingness to participate fully in life. Conversely, when we neglect our physical health, every aspect of our life is affected, from our relationships to our ability to enjoy the little joys of everyday life. It's essential to remember that it's never too late to start taking care of your physical health. Although the effects of an unhealthy lifestyle can add up over time, making positive changes, even in adulthood, can have a significant impact. Adopting an exercise routine, improving your diet, and being diligent about medical checkups can not only prevent the development of new diseases, but also improve the management of existing conditions. These changes not only prolong life, but improve the quality of each of those years, allowing us to age with dignity, vitality, and a sense of control over our well-being. By recognizing and correcting the mistake of neglecting physical health, we take an essential step toward a longer, happier, and fuller life. Underestimating the value of continuous learning is a mistake that can have profound repercussions as we age. Many people, after completing their formal education and spending years in the workplace, tend to believe that the time to learn is behind them. However, this approach can lead to a gradual decline in mental acuity and overall vitality. The brain, like any other muscle in the body, needs to be exercised regularly to stay strong and functional. When we stop challenging ourselves intellectually, we run the risk of falling into a mental rut that can lead to stagnation and, eventually, cognitive decline. Maintaining an attitude of constant learning is not only essential to preserving mental health, but it is also a source of satisfaction and purpose in life. Continuous learning plays a crucial role in preserving mental acuity. The human brain has a remarkable ability to adapt and reorganize itself, known as neuroplasticity, which persists throughout life. By engaging in new intellectual activities, such as learning a language, playing an instrument, solving puzzles, or even acquiring technological skills, we stimulate the creation of new neural connections. Not only does this process improve our cognitive abilities, but it also protects us against cognitive decline associated with aging, such as dementia and Alzheimer's. In addition, continuous learning keeps the mind sharp, improving our memory, concentration, and problem-solving skills, which translates into a greater ability to handle everyday challenges. Beyond the cognitive benefits, continuous learning also brings emotional vitality. Learning something new can be a source of joy and motivation, providing a sense of accomplishment and personal satisfaction. This feeling of progress is especially important as we age, as it can counteract the feeling that our best days are behind us. By facing new challenges and overcoming them, we reaffirm our ability to adapt and grow, which reinforces self-esteem and self-confidence. In addition, continuous learning keeps us curious and engaged with the world around us, fostering a positive and proactive attitude towards life. Learning also connects us to others, which is critical for social and emotional well-being. Participating in classes, workshops, or discussion groups offers us the opportunity to interact with people of various ages and backgrounds, creating a sense of community and belonging. Not only do these social interactions enrich our knowledge, but they also help us stay emotionally balanced and mentally stimulated. In addition, sharing what we have learned with others, whether as mentors, volunteers, or simply in everyday conversations, allows us to contribute meaningfully to the lives of those around us. This sharing of knowledge and experiences is a constant reminder that our age does not limit our ability to positively impact the world. The mistake of underestimating the value of continuous learning can also lead to a limited view of the future. Without the constant search for new knowledge and skills, we can come to see the future with a mixture of apathy and fear, rather than with enthusiasm and curiosity. The modern world is constantly changing, and those who don't adapt to these changes may feel disoriented or even marginalized. Continuously learning allows us to keep up with new technologies, ideas, and trends, which not only helps us stay relevant, but also opens up new opportunities and paths that might have otherwise gone unnoticed. This adaptability is key to a full and meaningful life, especially in old age. Finally, continuous learning is a powerful antidote to the boredom and monotony that can sometimes accompany retirement or diminished work responsibilities. Without something to challenge or motivate us, life can become repetitive and predictable. However, By staying committed to learning, we ensure that each day brings with it something new and exciting. Not only does this enrich our daily experience, but it also helps us maintain a sense of purpose and direction. The ability to learn and grow, regardless of our age, is proof that life is still rich in possibilities and that there is always something new to discover or achieve. Not planning financially for the future is a mistake that can have devastating consequences, especially in old age. As we age, our economic needs change, and the ability to generate income may decrease. Without proper planning, it's easy to find yourself in a precarious financial situation that could have been avoided in advance. Financial well-being in old age is not only about maintaining a comfortable standard of living, but also about ensuring security, independence, and peace of mind during the golden years. Good financial management is essential to avoid economic hardship that not only affects quality of life, but can also have a negative impact on mental and emotional health. One of the main reasons why financial planning is crucial is the uncertainty of the future. Unforeseen expenses, such as health-related ones, can arise at any time and can be significantly higher as we age. Without proper planning, these expenses can quickly eat into savings, leaving people without the resources needed to cover other basic needs. Additionally, relying solely on government pensions or retirement benefits without supplementing them with personal savings or investments can be risky. These benefits, while useful, may not be enough to cover all necessary expenses, especially if the cost of living increases over time. Therefore, it's critical to start saving and investing early in life to ensure that enough resources are available when they're needed most. Another important aspect of financial planning is preparation for longevity. People are living longer, which means retirement savings need to last longer than they used to. Without proper planning, there is a risk of running out of money in the last years of life. This scenario can lead to financial dependence on family members or even debt, which can be a burden for both the person and their loved ones. For this reason, it's vital to carefully consider how much it will take to maintain a proper lifestyle during retirement and ensure that savings, investments, and other resources are sufficient to cover that extended period of life. This includes not only day-to-day expenses, but also costs associated with long-term care, which can be significant. Financial planning also has a direct impact on independence and quality of life in old age. Those who haven't saved enough or who haven't properly managed their finances may be forced to make sacrifices that diminish their well-being. This could mean having to rely on others for financial support, which can affect self-esteem and dignity. Additionally, a lack of financial resources can limit options for housing, healthcare, and recreational activities, making the golden years less fulfilling than they could have been. On the other hand, good financial planning allows people to maintain their independence, choose how and where they want to live, and enjoy an active and enriching retirement. In addition to ensuring financial stability, planning for the future also allows for peace of mind. Knowing that one is prepared for the economic challenges that may arise during old age provides a priceless sense of security. Money anxiety is one of the leading causes of stress, and chronic stress can lead to a number of health problems, including heart disease, depression, and a weakened immune system. By eliminating financial uncertainty through careful planning, it is possible to significantly reduce this type of stress, which in turn contributes to a healthier and happier life overall. Finally, financial planning for the future also allows for the possibility of leaving a legacy. For many people, it is important to be able to support their children, grandchildren, or other loved ones even after they have left. Without proper planning, this desire may not be possible, as financial resources are depleted during retirement. By establishing a solid financial plan, including savings, investments, and a clear will, it is possible to not only ensure that one is well cared for in old age, but also that loved ones are supported in the future. This legacy not only has financial value, but also emotional value, as it is a way to continue to positively impact the lives of the people who matter, long after one is gone. In addition to ensuring financial stability, planning for the future also allows for peace of mind. Knowing that one is prepared for the economic challenges that may arise during old age provides a priceless sense of security. Money anxiety is one of the leading causes of stress, and chronic stress can lead to a number of health problems, including heart disease, depression, and a weakened immune system. By eliminating financial uncertainty through careful planning, it is possible to significantly reduce this type of stress, which in turn contributes to a healthier and happier life overall. Finally, financial planning for the future also allows for the possibility of leaving a legacy. For many people, it is important to be able to support their children, grandchildren, or other loved ones even after they have left. Without proper planning, this desire may not be possible, as financial resources are depleted during retirement. By establishing a solid financial plan, including savings, investments, and a clear will, it is possible to not only ensure that one is well cared for in old age, but also that loved ones are supported in the future. This legacy not only has financial value, but also emotional value, as it is a way to continue to positively impact the lives of the people who matter, long after one is gone. Retirement, which in many ways is a celebrated stage of life, can also be a trigger for mental health problems. Often work not only provides a source of income, but also a sense of purpose, identity, and community. When these structures are suddenly removed, it is common for people to experience feelings of emptiness, worthlessness, or disconnection. Without proper planning to fill that void, it's easy to fall into apathy or depression. Staying mentally active, finding new passions, participating in social activities, and maintaining meaningful relationships are all essential strategies for protecting mental health after retirement. The mistake of ignoring these emotional and psychological changes can make the transition to retirement much more difficult than it needs to be, negatively impacting overall well-being. Additionally, as we age, we may face a number of physical health issues that also impact our mental health. Chronic illness, reduced mobility, and constant pain can be a significant emotional burden. When facing physical health issues, it's common to focus solely on treating bodily symptoms, neglecting how these issues affect the mind. However, the connection between the body and the mind is undeniable. Chronic pain, for example, is closely linked to depression and anxiety. Ignoring the need to take care of mental health in these contexts can not only worsen emotional suffering, but can also interfere with physical recovery, creating a cycle in which both aspects aggravate each other. The stigma around mental health is another factor that contributes to many people ignoring the need to take care of their psychological well-being. Despite advances in understanding mental disorders, there remains considerable resistance to seeking help, especially among older generations who grew up in a time when these topics were taboo. Many seniors are reluctant to admit that they're struggling emotionally, whether it's out of fear of being judged, not wanting to be a burden, or a mistaken belief that they should be able to handle it on their own. This mindset is not only harmful, but it also perpetuates the cycle of suffering. It is vital to recognize that seeking help is not a sign of weakness, but of strength and self-care. Therapy, counseling, and support groups can provide essential tools for managing difficult emotions and finding a renewed sense of purpose and well-being. It's important to remember that mental health is an integral part of healthy aging. It is not enough to simply survive the golden years. It is essential to look for ways to thrive mentally and emotionally. Life still has value, meaning, and joy, even in old age. But to fully experience these aspects, it is necessary to care for the mind as diligently as we care for the body. Ignoring mental health not only compromises our ability to enjoy life, but it can also shorten our healthy years, limiting our ability to participate in activities, maintain meaningful relationships, and live autonomously. By taking mental health seriously, seeking support when needed, and practicing self-care, we can ensure that our golden years are filled with peace, contentment, and well-being. Failing to pass on knowledge to new generations is a mistake that not only deprives young people of an invaluable source of wisdom, but can also lead to a sense of emptiness in adult life. Over the years, we have accumulated a vast experience, full of lessons learned, skills developed, and in-depth knowledge that has been shaped by the realities and challenges we have faced. This knowledge is a wealth that, if not shared, is lost over time. However, many people don't realize the very positive impact they can have on young people's lives by sharing their wisdom, or they simply don't know how to do it effectively. Not only does this mistake leave young people without guidance, but it can also leave older people with a sense of worthlessness or irrelevance, rather than the deep satisfaction that comes from contributing to the development of others. One of the main benefits of sharing knowledge with new generations is that it helps preserve and pass on important lessons that might not be learned otherwise. Each generation faces its own challenges, but many of the fundamental struggles, such as relationships, careers, finances, and decision-making, are universal. Young people, while full of energy and enthusiasm, often lack the perspective that only the years can provide. This is where the wisdom of experience plays a crucial role. By passing on what we've learned, we can help young people avoid costly mistakes, make more informed decisions, and face challenges with a stronger foundation. Not only does this act of mentoring benefit young people by providing them with a map to navigate life, but it can also give seniors a renewed sense of purpose and relevance. In addition, the transmission of knowledge is a way of building bridges between generations. In a world that often seems to be divided by generational gaps, sharing experiences and wisdom can bring people of different ages together, creating a sense of community and continuity. Young people can learn a lot from the resilience, adaptability, and patience of those who have lived longer, while older ones can feel revitalized by being in touch with the fresh ideas and energy of younger generations. This exchange is not unidirectional. Both parties are enriched through interaction. Older people can find joy and meaning in seeing their knowledge valued and applied, while young people gain a valuable resource that helps them grow and evolve. Failing to pass on knowledge can also mean missing out on the opportunity to leave a legacy. For many people, the idea of leaving a legacy is central to giving meaning to their lives. This legacy does not have to be material. In fact, the most lasting contributions are often those that are conveyed through personal and intellectual impact. By sharing their knowledge and experiences, an older person can positively influence the lives of others, creating a ripple effect that can last for generations. This influence can be direct, such as through teaching, mentoring, or writing, or indirect, simply living in ways that inspire others. In both cases, the act of passing on knowledge ensures that hard-learned life lessons are not lost, but continue to benefit future generations. Holding on to toxic relationships is a mistake that can drain our energy, undermine our self-esteem, and ultimately prevent us from leading full, healthy lives. Throughout life, we establish various relationships, some of which are fundamental to our development and well-being. However, not all relationships are positive, and some can become harmful, whether due to abusive behaviors, emotional manipulation, lack of support, or simply a mismatch of values and goals. Despite the signs of toxicity, many people continue to cling to these relationships for a variety of reasons, such as fear of loneliness, misunderstood loyalty, hope for change, or even inertia. However, maintaining these bonds can have profound negative consequences that affect our mental, emotional, and physical health. One of the most common reasons people cling to toxic relationships is the fear of loneliness. The thought of being alone can be frightening, especially if the relationship in question has lasted for many years, or if it represents a significant part of our lives. This fear can lead us to rationalize unacceptable behaviors, convincing us that it's better to be in a bad relationship than to be alone. However, this kind of thinking is a mirage. Being alone is not synonymous with loneliness. In fact, many people find that it's better to be alone than trapped in a relationship that causes them pain or stress. Letting go of a toxic relationship can open the door to new opportunities for healthier and more meaningful connections, and it also provides the space needed for personal growth and self-exploration. Another factor that keeps us trapped in toxic relationships is misunderstood loyalty. Often, we feel like we must stay in a relationship because of past commitments, such as marriage, family, or long-standing friendship. However, loyalty should not be an excuse to tolerate mistreatment or negativity. It's important to remember that healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, support, and reciprocity. When a relationship becomes a constant source of stress or pain, it is necessary to reevaluate whether that loyalty is justified. In the end, loyalty to oneself and one's own well-being must take precedence. Letting go of a toxic relationship does not mean betraying the other person. It means choosing self-respect and recognizing that we deserve to be surrounded by people who value and support us in a positive way. If you like this video and want to learn more about how to lead a better life, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like it. See you in the next video.